Hey, this is Mr. Coker, and this video is about finding inscribed angles and central angles, and also using them to find other measurements. So, to begin with, what is an inscribed angle? An inscribed angle is an angle in a circle. These are both in circles. This is an angle in a circle that's at the edge of a circle and then it's going out to an arc. So I want to mention a couple of things. The first is I want to say what an arc is. An arc is a piece of the circumference of the circle. It's part of the outside of the circle. There are 360 degrees around the outside of the circle. Okay? And arcs are outside the circle and they make up a total of 360 degrees. Now, angles are part of the inside of the circle. I put 360 degrees on both sides because you need to know that there are 360 degrees in a circle. It's crucial information because if you don't know that, you can't do these problems. Well, you can do this part, but you can't go any further than just finding either the arc or the angle. So, an inscribed angle is an angle inside a circle at the edge of a circle where two lines meet on this edge, one of the edges of the circle, one of the sides of the circle, the outside parts. And it has a corresponding arc from where one line meets with another line. So where these two lines meet, the area between the two lines makes up an arc. This is an inscribed angle because it's at the end of the circle. If you look, whatever the angle measurement is, the arc measurement is 2 times the angle measurement. So I put x as the angle measurement, 2x would be the arc measurement. That means if the angle measured, say, 50, as to say it was a 50-degree angle, the arc measurement would be, therefore, would be 2 times 50, which is 100. Okay? Now, a central angle is different. Again, 360 degrees, I'm not going to rewrite it. It's crucial information, but it's up here, so you should know it. A central angle is just like an inscribed angle, except if you look, it goes to the center of the circle. The center point of the circle, and x equals x, meaning the angle equals the arc in a central angle. So if the angle measurement on this one is 50, then the arc measurement is 50. Okay? And these two rules might seem like kind of simple, like, oh, of course, if you have a measurement, you have a measurement of x and a measurement of 2 times the angle. Oh, you have a measurement of the angle. Well, it's the same measurement to make the arc. It might seem like, oh, that's simple, it's easy to remember. Make sure you remember. I would suggest write them down on your paper. Because we're going to have assignments. We have an assignment that corresponds with this. My class does. And I'm going to do some problems from it now. I'm erasing this. If I could have fancy editing techniques, I would just be like, and it would be there. But it's not. Okay. On the assignment, there's a circle that looks like this. This is one weird looking circle. Okay. This, on my class's assignment for the day, this is number 1. We have an X, we have an unknown angle. This is a central angle, first of all. First thing we need to know, is this central or inscribed? It's central. Why is it central? Because it's in the center. That should be the first thing you look for. Is the angle in the center of the circle? If so, it's a central angle. Central angle is the X equals X angle equals arc. Now we have a 92, a 41, and a 105. Which one of those do you think? I mean, what do you think that the central angle of X? What should it be? What should it equal? I want to point something out. Look at this problem. X, the angle, it goes. These are the lines making the angle, and this is the arc that we're using as it connects. Well, it's 105. The answer is 105. That's the answer. I feel as though I should box it in. I always feel as though I should box it in instead of circle. But 105 degrees is the answer. This 41 and this 92 on this problem mean nothing. We don't care about those numbers. All we care about is what is the corresponding angle with, what's the corresponding angle that, or arc that goes with that central angle. That's all that we care about. This angle corresponds to this arc. It's a central angle, so they are the same. Pause this if you want to write if you need to leave this on your screen, because I'm going to get rid of it. Okay. Now I have another one I'm going to do. This is number 2 on today's assignment. I know my circles don't look great. Look, I get it. My circle's kind of ugly. Okay. Notice that, now this one's better be pretty easy. Because they're not even really trying that hard to make this one difficult. We have an angle of 70 and an angle of x. We don't have any extra numbers. I'm sorry, we have an arc of x and an angle of 70. Now, this hopefully is super easy. But it's an exact reverse of the previous problem. Because the previous problem, we had an arc and we did not have an angle. Now we have an angle without an arc. Well, of course, angle equals arc, x equals 70, easy, easy, easy. It better be easy. There's only one number. As long as you know the rule, this one, not bad. Let's try a harder one. I'm erasing this. We'll try one that's more difficult. It'll take me a second to write it down. Okay. It's a little bigger. Now this one looks a little different because, let's see, U R S. Okay. We have a measurement of 50, and we also have one between U and T of 60. Okay. Now, this is, you see this, we don't have any X's. This is what they want us to find. Measurement RTQ. Arc RTQ. This is number 8 on today's assignment. If you look at this problem, it might look a tad difficult because you might say, well, what's RTQ? I don't know what that is. What's RTQ? RTQ? Well, I'll show you. Let me make sure I put that down correctly. Yep, I did. So, it's arc RTQ. I'm going to first draw. Notice it doesn't say RQ, right? There's a T. What the T is telling us is that it goes through T. It goes from R to Q through T. This is going to take a little bit of information kind of to get. A little bit of previous information. Do you remember? Oh, first of all, let's label what we can label. This central angle is 50. We have, so the arc is 50. This arc is 60, therefore the central angle is 50, okay? There are multiple ways you can do this problem. Multiple ways to reason this problem out. One way is to say, look at this. This is a vertical angle. Notice that there are two lines crossing. A vertical angle is the same on both sides. Okay? So 60, 60, 60. How many degrees are in a circle? 360 degrees in a circle. The part of this that is not covered, that's not part of the arc, is 60. Therefore, our answer is 300. 360 minus 60 is 300. 300 degrees. That's the answer. 300 degrees. I'm going to use this as an example multiple times, though. If you want to keep this up, keep it up. Pause it, because I'm going to erase part of this. Okay. Let's say we don't know how to do that. We don't know this part. We don't know about the vertical angles. Well, how many degrees are in a circle? 360. How many degrees are in a half circle? What's half of 360? 180. 180 is half of 360. These lines, these are diameters. What that means is this is half of a circle and this is half of a circle. Okay, what's half of a circle? 180? Well, this, I'll put it in green, hopefully it will show up well. This area is 180. What's 180 minus 60? It's 120. Okay? This part of the circle is also 180. This part is also 180. Well, what is 180 minus 60? 120 minus 50, that leaves you with 70. This is 70. Let's add them up. 120 plus 60 is 180. Plus 70 is 250. Plus 50, 300. See, I love problems like this because there's a lot of problem solving. A lot of times students hate them. Sorry. But these on today's assignment, we have 6 problems that were like the first 2 I did, and 6 problems like this. Now, I'm erasing this. Pause it if you want it up here. It's going to be a long video. Pause this if you want to see it. Okay. I'll assume no one wants it anymore. Okay, let's move to inscribed angles. I'm going to do 2 more problems. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Video will be over. So, when it comes to inscribed angles, this is number 13. This is number 13. So this is 88. And we already know what this is, okay? So we only know what this is. The angle is 88 degrees. All we're going to do is 88 times 2. Because angle times 2 equals arc. Likewise, arc divided by 2 equals angle. So if you have the angle, you divide by 2. If you have the angle, you multiply by 2. If you have the arc, you divide by 2. Okay? So, pretty simple on this one. What's 88 times 2? It is 176. And that's your answer. 88 times 2, 176. Hope I did that right in my head since I'm putting this on YouTube. Okay. Any questions? Well, it doesn't really matter. You can't ask them. There's a video. But you can ask me in class. Always ask me in class if you need to. Pause this if you need to because I'm going to erase it again. Okay. I'm going to do one more. This is very important, by the way. Angle times 2 equals arc. Arc divided by 2 equals angle. Okay. Last one I'm going to do a more complicated one, a complicated one. Okay. Let's do one like, I'm looking at my different problems. 19. Of course I picked 19. You know why I picked 19? Probably because I always like to pick 19. Cot is equal. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. First things first. We need to know what this angle equals. We don't have any more angles. We don't have the arc. This is the corresponding arc. If we can find this arc, we can find the angle, right? Pretty simple. So how do we find it? We need to know what this is first. And that should be easy. We have the rest, except for this arc, we have the rest of the circle. We have a 133 and a 77. How many degrees are in a circle? 360. 360 minus 133 minus 77. Let's see, that is 210. So that gives us 210. This is 210. So 360 minus 210 equals 150. So here I can put Yeah, let's erase it. I don't want to have all this so close to it, okay? 150, okay? 150. 360 minus 133 minus 77 is 150. 150. Visuals are important when you're learning. Okay, 150. So I want to make sure I write that neatly. Well, we have the arc. The arc is 150. Arc divided by 2 equals angle. What's 150 divided by 2? 75. That's the answer. That one, and look, all of these problems on today's assignment, not all of the problems. 1 through 6, the first 6 central angle problems and the first 6 inscribed angle problems are not difficult. They're not confusing. They're very straightforward. The remaining 6 of each section are complicated, and they're supposed to be. But you need to use your knowledge of inscribed and central angles and the fact that there's 360 degrees in a circle to reason out these problems. They're complicated. They're not hard, but they're complicated. Do your best and just try to go one step at a time. Get one number at a time if you need to. Really, in general, always try to get one number at a time. And that's it for the video. It's a long one today. But thanks for watching and have a nice day.